Take a look at some of the action here. This was the last point again by Michelle Gumaba. Was getting a lot of clean looks. It's as if these girls didn't watch her recently playing in the UAAP for De La Salle University, where she of course won 3 consecutive championships. Here's the setup now for Angela Benting. Ivy Remulla is there. Cha Moralde going back to Benting. Benting on the push this time. She's side keeping it alive. Gumabao for Stephanie Mercado. Latigay is there. Angela Benting once again airborne. Laborte with the dig. Here is Gumabao. Latigay, another long rally. Pao Soriano tries to drop it. Mercado with the free ball. Gata, Makatuno, Pao Soriano. She saw it, still alive. Paning Mercado. Benting off the block. And that is sipag and tiyaga at its best.
And Benting, of course, was smart enough to use the blockers to her advantage.
Right. 16-14. However, it is still a 2-point lead for Bingo Millonario. They're called the Puffins, by the way. I have to correct myself. And Andre Munoz is showing me it looks like a penguin.
A puffin is a kind of a bird.
Okay. Cheeside is replaced by April Lenore Jose, who was also from the Far Eastern University before. So a change in the setting position. Here's Jose. Uh-oh. Double touch agad against April Jose.
Still pulled off the bench.
Right. 16-15 right now. And here come PLDT My DSL. Cha Moralde. Mercado. Jose. Quick set for Ivy Remulla. Jose on the back set this time. Panay Mercado out of position and she still scores.
Mercado really just being smart with her offense.
So Panay Mercado restoring a 2-point lead. It hasn't been that long since Panay last played in college. Was it 2-3 years ago?
I guess relative to the other players on the floor, yes.
Are you talking about Bingo Millonario? All right. Morada.
Oh, that one sailing out.
And again, we made a point about this. The only good offensive thrusts have so far come from Maika Morada and Michelle Gumabao. Not much coming in. And I think narinig tayo ni Coach Ronald Dulay because Iris Ortega Patrona is now seeing her first action, and we know that this girl can still hit.
Very conditioned.
Very conditioned. Soriano on the serve, reception by Mercado. April Jose feeding Gumabao. Here's Soriano now going to Benting. Mercado, Jose, and another double touch against Mercado. Let's see what's that. Oh, a net violation. So Mercado, or make that April Jose, went straight into the net, no brake pads.
I think there really is a magnet at the net because if we probably count all the errors that both these teams have committed, it would be a net violation.
Mostly at the net, you're right. Tied now at 17. Here's April Jose. Going now to Gumabao. Patrona keeping it alive. Gumabao. Remulla has to give up the free ball. Here's Makatuno now. Combination play for Angela Benting, and Benting will go long. So the lead will go back to the Puffins. Trying to get used to it. Bingo Millonario Puffins. They should have a puffin on their... Ano ba? Sa damit nila? So we know what a puffin looks like. Gumabao on the serve. Reception there by Moralde. Quick set now for Wenet Eulalio. High free ball given up by Cher Peñana. It's out of frustration already. Makatuno running attack. Wenet Eulalio. And she introduces herself to Cher Peñano.
That's right. And you know, that's what happens also when you just have a single blocker.
Right.
And you have the caliber of Wenet Eulalio going for that attack.
Tied at 18 now. Angela Benting no longer in front because she's serving. Gumabao had a hard time receiving that one. Here's Iris Patrona. Dropping it in. So Patrona restores a 1-point lead to Bingo Millonario. She was actually one of the forecasts that I had to start in the game. But it turned out Ivy was the starter.
I think Patrona wasn't able to train the last two practices that they had.
Here's Laborte now on the setup for Patrona. And there she is again. So we keep on telling you, this girl can still hit.
Patrona graduated from De La Salle and eventually studied in De La Salle University, Manila.
And take a look at this last play once again. Iris Patrona, nothing Angela Benting could do about that. Substitution here for PLDT My DSL. Seeing her first action is Rosemary Vargas, probably one of the youngest members of this team.
Girl
Also,
with so much power in all of her attacks.
She calls herself Horse Marie. That's her Twitter name, by the way, Horse Marie Power. Here's Patrona. Again, that's 3 straight points now for Iris Patrona. So now Francis Vicente will burn his second timeout as Bingo Millonario has now led by 3 points. And of course, you're looking at these lineups right now. So we take a look at Francis Vicente. And, you know, the lineup here of Bingo Millonario, they're very familiar, but a lot of our fans probably don't remember them. So let's enlighten them.
Because, you know, a lot of the players that are from Bingo Millonario, yes, came from the De La Salle, De La Salle volleyball team. But again, like what we said, different generations. A lot of them played even before the volleyball coverage was actually there.
All right. But my question still stands from the top of the coverage, Andre Mulla. Why are you not playing? Nagpa-opera ka na ng tuhod. You're okay.
I want to sit beside you today.
That's a terrible choice, if I may say. 21-18. Here's your Ate Ivy now serving. Ivy Remulla, of course, not just a member of some champion teams from LaSalle. She's also a member of the national team before. And here is Horse Marie Power. Activate. There you go.
That's the kind of power Coach Francis Vicente wants to bring in the current 6 that he has on the floor.
21-19. Let's see if the power of Vargas is still in front. Vargas and Eulalio, actually, the 2 FEU girls, are in front right now for PLDT My DSL. Here's Patrona. That is 4 straight.
A lucky shot there by Patrona.
And there are just some people who are gifted like that, not only in power, but in terms of location as well. Iris Renee Ortega, Patrona. She gonna unfollow me on Twitter because I just said her full name.
But Patrona was actually part of the very first championship of DLSU.
That's right. Here's Makatuno now on the back set. Chamoralde, the defense wasn't there. Laborte keeping it alive. Here's Paneng Mercado going across but will miss.
Mercado still finding her rhythm.
Right. Soriano back in. Gata will sit down. Oh, so we will call her now Pantone.
We have to get used to it as well.
All right. Leslie Ann Gata Pantone takes his seat. Wenef Eulalio. Team down by 2. Nice serve there by Eulalio. Peñano on the reception. Running attack. Mick Laborte, but waits. All right. A whistle at the net. Yes, it's a net violation.
Interesting, really, to get a count of how many net violations there.
Yeah. Or just net violations. Never mind the double touch near the net. Just net violations. April Jose. Pantone. Makatuno. And Pao Soriano will miss. So it is now 4 set points for Bingo Millonario as April Lenore Jose tries to close it out. There's that sharp serve. I missed that serve from April Jose. Here is Benting from behind, and Angela Benting extends this set down to a triple set point now after that back row attack.
Well, this has got to be a strong front line here for PLDT.
Yeah. Got Moralde, Soriano, and Benting. But it all depends on the serve now of Rosemary Vargas. It's a good serve. And Peñano could not contain it.
Peñano and Mercado had a bit of confusion on who will get the ball.
Coming in for Cha Moralde, I think the substitution is not allowed because there is a timeout by Ronald Dulay.
Sila kukunin natin sila, ilan ang kukunin nila. Diba? Mas madali para sa atin. So, tagayin muna natin yung receive. Tagayin natin yung receive. Pag naipasa natin yon, si April ang didiskarte, 3 yung spiker niya. Nasaan ka, Siel? Nandito ka? Oh. Nick, nandun ka? Oh. Diba? Kayang-kaya na yan. Isa. Diba? Diretso. Pasa muna. Wala magmamadali. Pumasa muna kayo. Pasa muna.
24-22, a reality check timeout there for Ronald Dulay. Again, you're so close and so far away. We've seen a lot of teams come back from even bigger leads than this. And there will be a substitution here. Lucette Dawis will see her first action. And this is the first time I'm actually going to get to cover the legendary Lucette Dawis, who comes in for Chamoralde.
And I think Coach Francis Vicente really going for height.
That's true.
To match the height that the Puffins have in the front row.
Of course, Puffins referring to Bingo Millonario. Still trying to get used to it. Okay. So Rosemary Vargas down to facing set point. Peñano with the reception. April Jose. Laborte is out of position. Dug up there by Macatuno. Pantone in the air for Benting, the former Adamson teammates. Here's Jose. Paring Mercado. Blocked, but it goes out from Dawis, and that will give the first set to Bingo Millonario, 25-22. It wasn't a pretty execution in terms of their offense, but just too many errors from PLDT My DSL. Let's take a look at that score in just a bit, of course, ladies and gentlemen. But you can see that there's a lot of promise in this game, and it looks like we're going to have a long match here. 25-22, of course, is the final score of set number 1. And there you go. Bingo Millonario draws first blood against PLDT My DSL. We'll be back for the second set.